Hi, welcome to Trading with Zed. Today, I'm going to go over what it takes to get a brand new Team Fortress 2 free-to-play account ready for trading. We're going to go over the 3 restrictions you need to clear before you're able to do things on the economy. The first one is that you're not a premium account. So in order to gain some extra features, like more backpack slots and being able to trade cosmetics, and not have any trading restrictions, you'll need to make a purchase in the store, or you'll need to buy Team Fortress 2 through one of its bundles, like the orange box, or you'll need to get a gift called Upgrade to Premium. This is worth about $5, and it's not the best option to go with. The second restriction is that you have a limited user count, which is going to prevent some features. Some of those features include adding friends, trading items, using the Steam Community Market, adding messages to trade offers, creating Steam groups, as well as a few other features on this page. The third restriction that your account might have is a trading and market restriction. In addition to limited accounts not being able to trade, there's also newly authorized accounts. If you're using a newly authorized device, you're unable to trade or use the community market for 7 days. If you haven't had Steam Guard enabled for 15 days, you'll also be restricted. If you've only recently enabled your Steam Guard, if you've recently reset your password, if you've added a mobile authenticator or removed a mobile authenticator, if you've added a new payment method, if you don't have a purchase older than 7 days, or if you're banned. So, I'm going to walk you through my strategy for taking a brand new Steam account, like this one, Creates with Zed, and making it a fully capable, premium, non-limited, non-trade restricted account. Some of these actions are going to take a week or 2 weeks to be fully complete, so the earlier you can start on some of these, the better. I'm also going to give you some advice on how to get started with some weapons in the game and some purchases to avoid doing. There's some bad ways to spend your money in the game. So stay tuned. Enjoy the relaxing vibes while we set you up with a brand new account here. The most important hurdle to cross is making sure you have Steam Guard set up. To check that, you can come up to the account details at the top right, scroll down to the account security section. Right now, my account is protected by Steam Guard email. You can see that the Steam Guard logo is yellow. This means that I'm not fully protected, but I am partially protected. Anytime you try to log in, or trade some items, or sell something on the community market, you're going to get an email that says, hey, is that actually you trying to do this? You can hit the approve button or type in the code, whatever the email asks you to do. And that's Steam's way of using two-factor authentication to make sure that it is you doing your account actions. Now, to be safer, what you'll want to do is change this into a Steam mobile app authenticator. This means that instead of getting codes to your email, you'll be getting codes to your smartphone on the Steam mobile app. This is the best way to keep your account safe. When we come to manage our Steam Guard, we have 3 options. We can use it on our phone, we can use it through our email, and we can turn it off. I'm recommending that you set it to use your phone. This is the safest way to protect your account. Instead of getting codes to your email, you'll get codes on the Steam mobile app. Changing Steam Guard to use the Steam app on your phone isn't going to trigger the mobile authenticator added restriction, because if your account was already protected by email, you'll have no new restrictions. However, if you have a Steam account for whatever reason that doesn't have Steam Guard set up, your shield is probably red here and says not protected, you will be restricted from trading and using the community market for 15 days because your account is in an unsafe state. So if you're in this situation, just set it up today. Don't wait. Go to your account security, manage Steam Guard, and set one of these on. I'm recommending that you use the mobile authenticator. To do this, you'll have to go to your phone. These are some old phones. You'll have to use either the App Store or Google Play and install a Steam app. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so on the mobile app, I'm going to add my account. We'll sign in. I'm going to get an email to my Gmail account. I'm going to type in my code and sign in. I'll need to add my phone number. First, it sends me an email saying, make sure that you want to add a phone number. I'll click it. Then I'm going to get a text message. We'll paste that in. And we're not going to show you the code, but this is a code that's going to let us recover the account. This is equivalent to the password to your Steam Guard. Never, ever, ever give this to anybody under any circumstances. You'll only use this if you are trying to reset your Steam card. Not if someone else is telling you to reset your Steam card, but if you need to reset your Steam card. This will let you revoke your mobile authenticator and go back to email. Now I'm able to get Steam card codes from my account, and I can scan QR codes when I try to log in. So we've set up Steam card. Next, we're going to remove the limited user account restriction. So in order to do that, we need to spend $5 on the Steam store. We don't have to decide today what we're spending it on though. We can add $5 US to our Steam wallet. That'll clear the restriction. If you've already spent $5 US on the Steam store, you don't need to do anything here. Your account's not limited. To view that, you can come to this limited user account Steam support article. Click on this link here that says, click here to view your current limited user spend. If we go here, it'll show us the amount we spent on Steam. I haven't spent a penny so far, so we need to add some wallet funds. If we go to the home page of Steam, we can come over to the Steam gift cards, scroll down to add funds to my Steam wallet. We're given some options. Now, I'm in Canada, so my $5 is a little short of $5 US. I'd recommend adding the 10 Canadian if you're Canadian, or double check the currency conversion. Now, since I know how to be sneaky, I know that you can change the data amount property on this to, say, $7. When I go to click add funds, it'll add 7 Canadian instead of 5 or 10. If you want to know how to do this, I'll link a guide in the description that'll walk you through how to do it in Chrome. I've changed it to be $7 Canadian, so when I click add funds, oh, I have to sign in again here using our newly added mobile authenticator just to prove that on my phone. I'll have to continue here making a purchase. I'm not going to show you my credit card information, but we'll make a quick purchase here. On the next screen here, I've redacted everything, but we can see I'm adding $7 Canadian to my Steam account. Let's agree, make the purchase. Right, we've made a purchase. Now we can go back to see if we've cleared that threshold. Coming back to the limited user accounts page, we have now spent $5 US on the Steam store. Let's click here to view our current limited user spend. And ta-da! So my 7 Canadian worked out to be $5.17 US. So we have successfully cleared this limited user account. Something else you'll want to do for your profile is if you come to your profile, you want to make sure it's set up, and when we go to edit profile and privacy settings, you want to turn everything that you're comfortable with public. This will be your profile, your game details, your friends list, inventory, so that trade sites can see your inventory, they can see your profile, they can make trades with you. This will be a requirement for some sites, and you'll want to set this up beforehand. So our last hurdle is that Team Fortress 2 free-to-play premium account. In order for us to get a premium account, we have to make a single purchase in the Mannco.store. I'm using a different HUD here, but you should have a store button. And there's a ton of different items we can buy. A lot of them are super bad. Our goal here is to take our Steam wallet funds and turn them into something that still retains its value. If you buy something like one of these starter packs, you know, I want to play engineer, I want all these weapons, you're wasting your $4. This pack only costs a few cents. You don't want to spend $4 on these. You don't want to buy individual weapons. Like if we look at Pyro, you know, we could buy a flamethrower for $7 Canadian. This is a horrible deal. Most everything in the Mannco store is a horrible deal. You don't want to make a single purchase from here. You want to use trading sites instead. I'll show you some options at the end here on where we can buy these starter packs for way cheaper. But today we're going to find the best item because we have to make a single purchase. So we need to find the best item to buy from the Mannco store. Yeah, any of these starter packs, the featured items, none of these are going to be super great to purchase. Something you could consider purchasing is the Jungle Inferno Contracts Pass. That's going to give you some extra content you can play. I haven't calculated if it's profitable yet, but this will get you a whole battle pass to play through where you can do some tasks as each class in Team Fortress 2. You get some war paints that I know are profitable, and this could be a good first purchase. If you're not interested in the contract pass, then you could instead go to items and you could search for one of two items. We could look for a backpack expander. That's only going to cost about $1. I have $7 in my wallet. I don't have to spend all of it on the Mannco store. I just have to make one single purchase. So backpack expander is only $1, and it's a cheap way to buy a single item. We have 50 backpack slots right now. when we upgrade to premium, we're going to have 300 backpack slots. So if you need some more, if you think you're going to need some more, buy one backpack expander. You can use it when you need it, or you can resell it on the Steam community market or trade it for something. Backpack expanders are going to be really easy to trade. The other option we have is a Tour of Duty ticket. These not only resell for a decent amount, it costs $1, you can resell them for about $1, but take the fees off of that. You could use it if you're interested in playing some man versus machine. You'll need 4 in order to complete a whole tour and get a chance at an Australian weapon, but you don't have to buy 4 from this store, you only have to buy 1. Consider either the Tour of Duty ticket or the backpack expander. That's going to get you the most value, the most bang for your buck. I'm going to pick up the backpack expander today, so I've added that to my cart. We'll check out. We're just using our Steam balance here. We finalize the purchase. Ta-da! Our account has been upgraded to premium status. Enjoy our loot. Ta-da! We have a backpack expander. We get a free hat from the store. So now, I come in my backpack. It looks like I got one of the Winter 2023 cases. I have my backpack expander, and I have my hat. This backpack expander is going to be untradeable for 7 days, which is fine because we have some other restrictions on our account, I believe. So the earlier we purchase this, the better, because we can trade it or we can decide to use it. We're going to be good on backpack slots for a while because we have 300 items that we can put in here. So I don't think we're going to be needing to use it, but we can use it when we need it. That should be everything we need in order to get started with the game here in terms of trading and being able to play the game in a premium state. Now, I talked about how some of the bundles in the store were not worth it, but you might be interested in buying one anyways. Instead of using the in-game store, consider using Mannco.store. Mannco.store is a item marketplace for buying and selling Team Fortress 2 items, Counter-Strike items, Rust items, Dota 2 items, and so this is the cash market for Team Fortress items. This isn't a Steam-run site. This is a site run by a third party, and they have trading bots who you can trade with. They have lots of top tier items like, the most expensive unusuals, but they also have some of the cheaper items. Like if you want to buy a key, this is $1.57 right now, almost a whole $1 cheaper than the in-game store. The Tour of Duty ticket is 80 cents compared to what we saw in the in-game store, which was around $1 US. You can sort by deals, so you can see, here's these war painted items that are much cheaper than the Steam community market. So when we sort by the lowest price, look, here's every weapon in the game that you might need. Liberty Launcher, Buff Banner, Spicicle, they're all like a penny. So when I'm making one of my unboxing videos, I will come to Mannco.store and I will buy, 50 keys and add those to my cart. And I get keys that don't have any trade restrictions. They are ready to trade. They're ready to market. So if I open a crate, I can trade with it right away. I don't have to wait those 7 days that you normally would if you bought a in-game item. Like we saw our backpack expander that had a 7-day trade restriction. The keys from Mannco.store are just a no-brainer. They're the cheapest ones on the market I can find, and yeah, I totally trust their site. They sponsor my videos, they sponsor my channel, but they don't have any influence over my content. So I'm making this video and this recommendation because I think it's a good deal, not because Mannco told me to. They've just added this week the ability to buy any of the bundles from the Mannco store on their site. And I appreciate if you do that through the referral link in my description. You'll sign in through Steam. When you do something like this, you're not sharing your login credentials with another site. You're just giving them your Steam ID and any information from your Steam profile. So they can see, hey, I'm Crates with Zed. This is my unique ID, but they don't get to do anything as your account. They just use Steam for their authentication. Mannco.store isn't affiliated with Steam or Valve. They're their own independent store. So keep that in mind when you're making purchases here. We'll sign in. We'll need our trade URL. In order to find this, we can click on this link. It's going to open up a new tab. We want to copy this link. We can save that. Important, Mannco.staff are never going to contact you. Nobody's going to message you outside of this site. No one's going to message you on Steam. No one's going to message you on Discord. No one's going to message you on social media, in-game, on your Steam wall. Don't trust anybody who says they're from Mannco.store, because typically those are scammers. They want you to give them your items, your money. They want to take everything from your backpack. We don't want to give that to those people. So ignore anyone who ever says they're from Mannco.store. Ignore anyone who says they need to validate your items or check on your status or whatever. You don't need to listen to that. We only need to work within Mannco.store, the website. If you ever have any problems with Mannco.store, don't try to add someone on Steam, don't try to message someone on Discord. Scroll all the way to the bottom on the site, click support, and you can send a message here. This will open up a support ticket, and you'll see your messages back here on this support page. This is the only place Mannco will contact you. You don't want to talk to anyone else except for someone in the Mannco.store website. You want to make sure in your address bar that it's actually Mannco.store, Mannco.store. You don't want to be on a pretend website that's pretending they're Mannco.store. Only the real Mannco.store. Anyways, after logging in, we can click on bundles at the top here. We can view all the bundles. A lot of these are cosmetic packs that came out, like here's every taunt that came out with the Love and War update. Here's all the spacey sci-fi weapons that came out. Really what you want is you want to find the classes you want to play, like Soldier, Demo Man, and add them to your cart. You'll notice when we were in game, these packs were like $7 Canadian. On Mannco.store, they're 65 cents US. So let's add Soldier to our cart. Let's add Demo Man, Spy, Sniper, Scout, Pyro, Heavy, Medic, and Engineer. Great. If there's any other bundles that interest you, perhaps a fancy box of hats or anything else, you can buy them from here. You can also search for items at the top here or by clicking the market button. Mannco.store will have great prices on basically every cosmetic, every weapon in the game. And so you can get some hats for like, I don't know, let's look for a class. Let's get a Pyro hat. And let's sort by lowest price. If we scroll down, we can find some hats. Here's a Human Cannonball. Here's the Toy Tailor, Random Craft hat, Jungle Park hat. There's some ornaments. So you can go find some cosmetics that you want, like the Pampered Pyro. Let's add that to our cart. Now, before you decide to check out here, if your cart has more than 100 items, there's a bug with the checkout. You won't be able to make a purchase. So you want to remove some items that you don't want in order to get your cart to just 100 items, and then you'll be able to check out. Now, if I were to do the same purchasing in the in-game store, let's add every bundle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we look at the cart, that's costing me $50 Canadian to play as every class in the game. Whereas buying the same bundles on Mannco.store ends up being less than $2 US. So please don't use the in-game store to buy your weapons. Just buy them on Mannco.store or trade for them and save your money for better trades. Now, just like I showed you how some of those bundles from the Mannco store aren't worth purchasing, there's crates and cases in the game that also aren't worth opening. If we look at that case that dropped in my inventory as I'm going through the walkthrough, it costs about 1.36 keys to open a Winter 2023 cosmetic case, but the expected value is only 0.77 keys. So if you were to open up one of these cases, you might think, wow, I get the chance at a cool unusual, but you're actually losing 0.58 keys every time you open one, and it's just totally not worth it to open. So a majority of the cases and crates out there aren't worth it to open. If you buy keys, don't use them to open up these cases. This was profitable at one point when the set was new and all the prices were really overinflated. Now that people have done a lot of openings, all these cosmetics aren't worth very much. The unusuals are still worth a bunch, obviously, but they are not as exciting. Whereas if we look at Mannco Supply Munition number 82, this is one that is just like a money printer right now. It costs only 1.22 keys, and the expected value is 1.37 keys. So every time you open it, you're making a third of a key of profit. If you open 3 of these, you're getting out 4 keys of value on average. Now, I can't guarantee that this is what you're gonna get every time you open it. You can see the whole list of probabilities here. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Really, all of the value is coming from the strange cosmetic part kills and the strange part headshot kills, which are coming up 10% of the time and are worth 6 keys and 3 keys respectively. If you want to see me open up this crate, I just did a video on it. You can go watch at the end of the video. I open up 50 of these. You can see how much money I make or lose on this, and you can get a sense of what it looks like. So if you're looking for something to do to start off your account with some cool currency to trade with, I'd recommend buying some keys on Mannco.store, buying some of these munitions on Mannco.store, and opening them, seeing what you get, reselling them on Mannco.store or on the Steam market or with other traders, and making a profit. If you're interested in making profit on opening crates or doing trade ups or anything else of that nature, my whole channel is dedicated to doing more low stimulation videos on the best crates to open and the best trade ups to do in Team Fortress 2. So I hope you can subscribe and see some of my future videos, and I'll be making more, teaching you about how to trade in Team Fortress 2 and how to take the best chances on this lovely hat simulator we all love so much. Anyways, that's all for today. Make sure you check out some of my other content. And make sure you take care of yourself. Don't worry so much about making lots of money in Team Fortress 2. Just do trading for fun as a hobby. This isn't something where you can gamble and make tons of money. This is something where you can just, have fun. I'm trying to create a more relaxed environment to support having fun with the game, not a gambling addict environment where we open up the flashiest stuff and see what we get, and oh no, we threw away $1,000. That's not my vibe. I'm not going to be throwing away money on my channel. I'm only going to be taking up profitable stuff. If you have more questions about how to get started with your account here, if you ran into any errors getting your Steam account set up, firstly, you should probably talk to Steam support and not me. But if you do need to talk to me, you can leave a comment and me and the community can help guide you. Don't give your account information to anybody in the comments. Don't click on links that people left in the comments. They can help guide you if you've done something wrong, but remember, we don't want to be going to shady sites. We don't want to be tricked into giving away our account information and our items. We just want to help support each other. If you run into any problems with Mannco.store, remember there's the support button at the bottom of the page. You want to ask them for help. You don't want to ask me for help. I do this for fun. I'm not going to be here to help you use the website. If you ask me a question about Mannco.store in the comments that requires support, I'm just going to point you to their support page. I won't be able to answer you here. Anyways, that's all for today. Take care of yourselves out there, and best of luck getting started with trading. Congrats on making it into the game.